Hello, friend. Welcome to your reading. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Rebirth, 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 rebirth. Hi, friend. Welcome to your reading. I think post-Easter and as springtime begins where I'm currently living in my part of the world, I have rebirth and resurrection on the mind. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I think I'm going to start with an energy oracle card just to see what is the current energy that the collective needs to know about in general. I know a lot of you know that Mercury retrograde started on Monday. The garden and the gate is here. This is the number 30. You may be seeing a lot of threes around. And the garden and the gate is all about rebirth, opportunity, think springtime flowers growing. There's also butterflies on this card, which is all about transformation, passageways, kind of moving from one stage into another. By the way, if you hear any banging or clanging, that is my lovely upstairs neighbor who is constantly doing things that are so we can just take those as little moments of confirmation. If you don't mind, please bear with me. But yeah, the garden and the gate. I think that we're in eclipse season as well. There is a solar eclipse in Aries and lunar eclipse in Libra. The solar eclipse is on Monday along with the new moon, which is all about, and it can be a chaotic energy, but it's also one of massive transformation and growth, and it's giving very much that guard in the gate energy of closing the gate behind you and leaving behind what needs to be left behind and walking into a beautiful garden of growth and possibility and transformation in this beautiful spring energy season. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. What can this wonderful, beautiful collective that's tuning in today expect in this eclipse Mercury retrograde season this week in general? We're looking for a general overall energy, and then we're going to get into love. What can they expect overall? I feel like there's been so much going on in this energy overall over the last week. I know a lot of us were talking about being a little tired, being a little worn down, maybe not sleeping at night. That is all very normal during eclipse season, which happens every single year. Soul family. So I feel like with this soul family card, these are people with whom you have spiritual connections, past life. It could be a divine counterpart, a soulmate situation, twin flame, even a karmic relationship. I feel like these relationships are going to be evolving and transforming during this time significantly. It's like coming into the next stage of evolution. As you do your growth and you go through your sort of metamorphosis, again, I'm thinking about that butterfly imagery and kind of like going from caterpillar, dissolving into goo in the cocoon, emerging from the cocoon, breaking out, drying off, and then taking off into beautiful flight. As you go through every single one of those stages of your healing, of your journey, which not everyone is going to understand. I mean, if you think about like a caterpillar being friends with a bumblebee, the bumblebee is going to be like, dude, what do you mean you're about to like turn into goo? Like, what do you mean? Like, the ones who get it, and the ones who don't get it, don't get it. And the ones who don't get it, who are critical, like I said, these soul family relationships, they're going to go into whatever that next stage is. Sometimes with karmic relationships, you learn the lesson and you realize that you can't take them with you into your next stage of life. And some of them are going to roll with you and evolve with you and are going to be cheering you on and are excited for your change, like especially if they're like a soulmate relationship. And soulmates can be friends, your pets, your family, your coworkers, a really awesome boss who you're like, I feel like we've known each other forever and we met last week. Like, you know, it can be you know, a multitude of people, but I feel like a lot of these soul family relationships, whoever they are to you, they're going to be evolving. They're going to be changing in this chaotic energy, and especially chaotic energy, eclipse energy, which is often chaotic, but not always necessarily chaotic. So like if you're feeling good, hold on to that. I forget what I was saying. I just feel like there's a lot of beautiful change happening now, and a lot of like, I feel like a lot of you are kind of honing in on exactly what it is, the parts of your shadow self that you're needing to work on and change during this time, which is so beautiful. And it's like you're getting really focused in, and you're going to be going through that change and being able to really do that work. Some of you for the very first time in your life, which is amazing. Show me, what else does the collective need to know about this current energy? Oh, that flew out. Y'all, 7th house, partnership, house of partnership, business partnership, marriage, legal ties, contracts, negotiations. If you're dealing with a divine counterpart, this is a period of significant change, whether or not you see it in the 3D, in the material, on social media, whatever. Whether you see it or not, there is significant change happening during this time. If you are healing and you're dealing with a divine counterpart, a soulmate, a twin flame, someone with a deep soul tie to you, as you heal, as you change, as you face your demons and look them in the eye and are like, I see you, we need to put you to bed now, they are doing the same thing. You have to trust that. And if they're not, then someone else is going to come in and step up into their place. You just have to believe that. There's huge changes coming in partnership for you at this time. I was gonna hold off on the love messages, but I feel like that kind of like flew out. So what does the collective need to know about energy and love and romance at this time? Please show me. Please show me. I love it when I get a little honk or a police siren as confirmation. City life is amazing. Archangel Michael, often regarded as the leader of the archangels, Michael is known as a warrior and a protector against evil. It's funny, I personally have been praying to Saint Michael a lot, Archangel Michael a lot. I've been invoking his name. And if you'd like to hear more about what I do personally in my own spiritual wellness and routine, leave it down below. I'm happy to go into a bit more detail on that. You may find it helpful to call upon Saint Michael for your own protection, or to bless your relationship, or to show you things right now. You can even light a white candle and pray, asking Saint Michael for help or signs or synchronicities, and see what happens. I always think of if you see a white feather on your path or in your like around you, that is angelic help. It's a sign of angelic help oftentimes, or like an angel sort of saying that you're on the right path. I often associate white feathers specifically with Michael as well. So it's nice that he's kind of coming out. I do feel like you have a lot of angelic help right now, a lot of help from the other side, ancestral help as well, with whatever it is you're working on manifesting, or protecting you from what doesn't serve you, if that makes sense. Show me, what does our collective need to know about love and romance right now? If your person isn't coming forward, it's because you are being protected because they are not ready yet. Or they aren't the one. The two or the three, as Whitney at Spiritual Infusion 1111 would say. Hello, fifth house. House of pleasure, creativity, romance, entertainment, self-expression. I feel like this came out in our last reading. I feel like right now it's really important to remain present and remain open and allow yourself to not take things so serious. I feel like when you're on this journey of healing, there can be like a certain density to the energy and to like a heaviness and a seriousness. I know for me, like I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. I'm not just a Virgo sun. I have like a whole Virgo stellium, and so I can tend to be super, super serious. And one of the things that I had to learn on this journey is to lighten up and to laugh and to take life one day at a time, sometimes an hour at a time, and kind of do things to keep it light, keep it funny, keep it breezy, make myself laugh. Don't neglect friendships, soulmates in your soul family that do support you, even if it's not, you know, like 100% like nose in a book, like learning your lessons and doing your healing. Part of your healing is lightness and laughing and joy. That's part of the human experience. And I think that sometimes if we like are so deep in our shadow work, we can neglect some of that that lighter energy that is needed on this soul journey. So whether it's making goofy faces in the mirror or like going like over the top. I don't know if you've seen that like pre-shower makeup videos online. They're really like girls like full blown like painting crazy stuff on their face before they take a shower just for fun. Like do something for you, just for fun, just to make yourself laugh. Watch stand-up comedy, watch like silly sitcoms you've seen 100 times. Yeah, play games, like play a little bit. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Like don't be afraid to like be a little kid again as a part of your daily life, and like as a part of your healing. Laugh, play, be creative, be a little kid. Yeah, that's coming through really strongly right now, especially with this kind of like springtime growing, changing energy. It's like, don't forget who you are, where you came from, how far you've come. Celebrate as well. Show me one more message for our beautiful collective from this deck, and then we can switch. There's also I wanted to talk about it at the beginning and I forgot. I drew a couple of messages. Yeah, Fool. Look at that. Carefree energy. Taking a risk energy. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway because I know I gotta go. I know I gotta do it. I'm bringing the dog. I'm bringing my snacks and my backpack. Out for a good time. There's also like a sense of innocence to this, and that is very much in line with like that springtime energy. I feel like also divine timing is at the bottom of the deck. This change that is happening now is ordained. This time is a very sacred time, and it's important for you to stay light, to stay innocent, to stay hopeful, and to ground your energy at the same time so that your emotions aren't driving you. It's your intention and not your emotions. That's not to say, you know, if you're feeling like you need to rest, obviously rest. If your body's telling you need to rest, obviously rest. But I do feel like don't let your anxiety or your depression or your like your mental drive the boat right now. It's like very much about your spirit and your heart kind of overriding your mind, because I feel like especially during a Mercury retrograde, communication is thrown off, technology is thrown off. Always double check, be super careful driving right now, be super careful traveling right now, double check everything before you send it out, texts, emails, everything. But there's a sense of allowing your higher self and your heart to double check everything, but allow your heart to speak instead of ego, your anxiety. Like, I don't know why. I feel like a lot of you are very anxious right now, and you're letting that drive your personal journey. And that has been in the energy, but it's really important to it's really important during this time to let your heart speak, and not your anxious mind. And not be afraid of looking stupid, they just said. So like, don't, and that's all ego. It's not about looking stupid. I guarantee you, everybody is thinking about themselves and how they look. They're not worried about you looking stupid. Somebody told that once. Told me that. They were like, you're not the main character in that person's life. And I was very offended at first, because in addition to being a lot of Virgo, I have a lot of Leo. I was just like, what do you mean I'm not the main character of their life? And then I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, they really don't care about me like that. They're not worried about me like that. It's time to, okay, I was asking like what you needed to know in love and romance. It's time to shape up, work out, eat well, sleep well. You'll thank me later once you start to see the rewards of your hard work. And it's funny, a car horn honked. So what I said earlier about listening to your body, that's true. And I feel like you do need to listen to your body. Even when it means like doing something that doesn't necessarily like feel good, taste good. Like, I know I said last time about eating vegetables and a lot of you didn't like that, but like when you start eating very intuitively, you'll notice that your body craves certain things. For me, my body often will crave salt, or I'll notice that it's like I'll start wanting to eat like more crunchy things, and that's when I know I need to eat greens, or when you start listening to your body in that manner, it'll start speaking more clearly to you. There was something the other day where I was not doing well mentally, and I was like, I have to get out, I have to go for a walk. And I went for a walk, and sure enough, I felt better. It's like there is something about your body talking to you, and you need to listen. What does the collective need to know in terms of love and romance? Please show me. Especially during this eclipse season, be very gentle to yourself, be very kind to yourself physically. Really, really sleep 8 hours if you can. Really try. I recommend listening to frequencies like the one I'm playing now while you sleep. You can do it for the different chakras, it's funny, I was talking to somebody earlier, and I suggested they listen to a solar plexus chakra during this time, and the more that I think about that, I think that's a good idea for everybody. Either solar plexus or third eye during the solar eclipse time and Mercury retrograde, or throat chakra. If you can listen to a frequency for those as you sleep, it may help you sleep deeper. I know it certainly works that way for me. What does our collective need to know regarding love and romance at this time? I know we've been talking about self-care. We've been all over the place. Show me. Set goals. This is not the time to focus on love, babe. Set goals and crush them. Love will find you when you least expect it, so don't go searching for it. Okay. So I came in like a wrecking ball. I feel like I feel like these cards are like telling you you need to focus on you, because a lot of these are about relationships, unconventional love, you know, they're about you, but they're also about angel with love, like they're also about relationships. So the fact that both of these are like focus on yourself, take care of yourself, keep your head down, set your goals and work toward them. Here's what I think that means at this time. The lighten up energy from the Neon Awakening Volume 2, the garden and the gate. I feel like what this is saying is the more that you focus on yourself and taking care of yourself, the more your person is raising to meet your vibration. And when they reach out to connect with you, it will come out of nowhere. To really connect with you. Some of you are in contact with your person. Some of you are in complete no contact with your person. Some of you are in limited contact with your person. I know that. But there is going to be this conversation that happens out of nowhere that's like, hey, I need to talk to you. It's going to be an earnest laying out of like what's going on. And I feel like that is going to come as a surprise to you. Let me see here. I feel like that conversation is going to come as a real surprise, and it's like the more that you keep focused on yourself and keep focused on your health, your well-being, your goals, as they said, and your own personal healing and your own healing of your own demons, like I said earlier. And when I say demons, like, I'm not talking about, because I know some of you respectfully are going to be in the comments like, oh, I summoned a demon once. Calm down. I'm talking about like if some of you have addictions, if some of you have insecurities, if some of you have, stuff in your past that you haven't dealt with yet, or you've been putting off dealing with because you don't like looking at it, it makes you uncomfortable, it's something you don't like about yourself. Now is the time. Now is the time. I keep getting that energy. Show me about this coming. Now is the time. Judgment. Can't get any clearer than that. Whew. Because your happiness is on the line. It's like, I'm getting a very like justice, like tit for tat energy. If you heal X, then your person heals Y. That's why it's so important. It's so important because if you do believe that your person is your divine counterpart, or they are tied to you in some manner with that red string of fate, it's like there's this very cut and dry reciprocity of healing, and if you do X, they'll do Y. It's like it's coming in like scales, like pour a little on this side and then that side goes up, and pour a little on that side and this side goes up. It's like very that. By the way, I haven't asked yet, but please, if you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you join us over here. I know we're a little bit of a crazy crew. We just passed 300 subscribers. We're on our way to 500. When we hit 500 subscribers, I'm doing a big giveaway of this deck and the Neon Awakening Volume 2, and some additional spiritual goodies like some money oil and some crystals, and I am really excited for that giveaway. So please subscribe, please like the video, share it if you feel so inclined. I'm so happy that you're here. And leave a comment down below. Yeah, there's something coming for you guys, and it is this current energy that is like driving this massive change. With Mercury retrogrades, there is often a lot of like stigma around like people looking backward and reflecting and texting the ex and all that stuff. But more than that, it's like it's a review of what you have done And it's not only a review in terms of like relationships, in terms of like past actions, although that is part of it. It's also sort of like karma doing its thing. It's like if you've acted right, then you can look back and be proud. If you've not, then it's like it illuminates that very, very clearly to you, and it gives you an opportunity to make amends. And that's going on, I believe, for your person right now. Show me, what's the energy of the collective's person right now? Just out 1 or 2 cards. Yeah, they're not happy with how they've done things. The one thing about this card with the 4 of Cups, you've offered them this cup again and again and again and again, and they have ignored it. They haven't taken you up on this offer. And I have a feeling it's like, on this card it says imaginary conflicts. It's like it's for reasons that they've like made up in their head. It's like for hypotheticals. They haven't taken you up on your offer for hypotheticals, not for any actual legitimate concrete reasons. Show me, why are they so unhappy? Why is the collective's person so unhappy? Because they're living a lie? Because of what they've left behind? And because they know that they haven't done the right thing. That's the Hierophant. Show me. They know that there needs to be a conversation that has to be had where like everything gets laid out on the table, like I mentioned earlier. There's like a level of it's like they know that this conversation needs to happen, and it's like they keep going over it over and over and over it in their mind. What do they want to talk to the collective about? Show me. What does their collective's person want to talk to them about? This open and honest conversation. What do they want to say? That they fucked up? That they betrayed you? They're miserable right now because they knew that they know that they did the wrong thing. And there's a level of like of intense guilt and intense it's like, and that's part of why I feel like this conversation for many of you has been a long time coming, because it's like, in order to have this conversation, they have to like eat a level of crow. They have to like look themselves in the mirror and acknowledge what they did, and that your person has not been ready or willing to do that. But they're getting ready because it's like they can't take it anymore. It's like they've been living a lie, and it's like they can't go on living like this. Show me. What do they want to talk about? They're watching you also. If you have social media, if you have like a group chat as well, it's like they're like watching every move you make. If you have your location turned on, you may want to turn it off, or listen, I don't judge. If you want them watching you, go for it. Yeah, they're watching you. There's also an element of other people watching you as well. If for your own safety and well-being, I really recommend not posting things in real time. So like if you are in a place, let's say you go to a museum or a bookstore, I recommend not posting while you're in that location. I recommend you waiting until you leave to post about your day, just so that people can't track you, in case somebody's watching you for not the right reasons. Unsolicited advice. Like this video if you like unsolicited advice. Show me. What does the collective's person want to say to them? Show me. Ooh, that flew out. They're really anxious about exactly what to say, and and how to say it and how to start the conversation, because they feel like there's no good way to start this conversation. Like, this card, like, I know this deck very well. This card says mental prison on it. And it's like, it is their own mental prison that they've created for themselves because of their poor choices, their bad actions. But more importantly, it's like they feel this really intense sense of pressure to say the right thing to you, because they know that you're kind of, how do they perceive the collective? How do they perceive the collective's energy toward them? How does the person perceive the collective's energy toward them? Show me. Ooh! Did you see that? All those cards. Oh my gosh. Show me, how do they perceive the collective's energy toward them? Queen of Swords. Yeah. I knew that card was going to come out before it came out, but they are hopeful that you're going to want to reconcile. It's like what they're hoping for, or like that you're going to want to like give it a shot, or that you're going to be like nostalgic about the past, your past good times that you spent together. But they see you as this, and like the Queen of Swords, she's a bad man, the Gemma. She is the only queen in the deck with a sword ready to cut you, ready to be like, the facts as I see them are A, B, and C, and you're out here saying Q. So like, the Queen of Swords cannot be played. The Queen of Swords is like, don't bullshit a bullshitter. It's like, the Queen of Swords can't be messed with. And it's Libra energy, right? It's more of those justice scales that I was talking about earlier. So I do feel like they kind of see you as a little bit cold, possibly unreceptive. They're not sure whether you are open, but they're hopeful. They're hopeful with that 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups. They're hopeful that you're willing to, it's like they with this conversation, I feel like they do want you. It's like they have hope that you would be willing to forgive them, or give them another chance, or see how it goes, take things one day at a time. Yeah, because look, 2 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. They do see you as like their person, their partner, like their teammate, like they love you. Whether they're willing to like admit it or not, they love you. Admit it to themselves, admit it to other people. We haven't gotten into that, but like they do love you. Let's get into, and underneath that is the Twin Flame card. So that's soul connection and confirmation right there. Show me, please. What's the collective's advice at this time? Woo! With love and romance. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Roll with it. Take things one day at a time. Show me. What is the collective's advice right now? What is the collective's advice right now? There's no way for you to anticipate this conversation that is to come, so you have to just roll with life and do the best you can for yourself one day at a time. And keep your eyes on your own paper, as my teachers used to say in school, because it's like, do your own work on your own homework and assignments, and it's like a level of trust and surrender that they're going to do likewise. The Flower of Life, the cycle of creation, and is said to symbolize the fundamental forms of space and time. The first card out was that Garden and the Gate, and this is the Flower of Life. It's like this blooming, it's like this transformation. It's allow yourself to do that work and trust that your person will do the same. One more card, please. Also, that divine timing card from earlier is sticking in my mind. You have to trust in divine timing. If your person isn't coming forward, it's for a reason. It's because they're not ready and you are being divinely protected and divinely guided. Archangel Raphael is here and Mars. Yeah. They... I need 6 more hands, please. They are coming forward. Mars, action. Planet of passion and action. To heal the situation. Archangel Raphael is all about healing and marriage. And you have to trust and believe that. It's not something I would manifest during this eclipse time, which is why they keep telling you to focus on yourself and focus on your healing and doing your own thing and have fun and lighten up and just like focus on nourishing yourself and your body and pouring into your own cup. But it's like, this is a period of significant change, significant action, healing, coming together, looking back and reflecting, surrendering what doesn't serve, evolution, change. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah, and if you are feeling like a rough time, just know that like better times are coming very, very quickly, because this time, this eclipse time, is one of significant change. This is the Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. And the car horn to confirm and agree with me. Yeah, let's get a couple of messages from about self-care during this time. I feel like it's important, since they're like specifically saying to focus on self-care during this time. Oops. I'm like shuffling it upside down. Ooh. And yeah, leave a comment below if you're how you're feeling. How is Mercury retrograde treating you? Are you having trouble with travel, with your car, with communication, with technology? Like, how's it going for you? Are you staying hydrated? Are you sleeping enough? I feel like that's important. Ooh, these are good ones, actually. One more message for the collective regarding their self-care during this time, please. Whoops. Band down. That's kind of a funny one. Okay, the first one. I think these are all really good ones for right now. Avoid gossip. Get rid of negative energy in your life and don't let it steal your light. I feel like during this time, especially with Mercury retrograde, if you are doing any kind of negative communication, bro, it will be forwarded to the wrong person. It, like, don't risk it. Just try to stay on the straight and narrow. Don't feed into the negative energy. Try to keep yourself above it. Watch your communication during this time. Double check everything and avoid gossip. It just perpetuates that negative energy cycle. And yeah, it's like they want you to really focus in on yourself and not look at what anybody else is doing on social media. Otherwise, really, especially during Mercury retrograde where karma is being served cold and quick, not worth it. Don't do it. Start a new hobby. If there's something that you enjoy doing, do it. That's that 5th house card from earlier. Have fun, lighten up, start a new hobby. And also, what I am getting from this card is don't sit and fixate on your divine connection. If you are unhappy, if you are healing, if you are going through it spiritually at this time, don't sit there and fixate and wallow in it. Do something else. Keep your mind and your hands busy. If it's knitting, if it's crocheting, if it's decluttering, if it's shopping, if it's painting, if it's making music. I don't need to list more hobbies for you. You can look them up, or we can talk about it in the comments section. Yeah, do something for yourself, and don't stew and fixate. And I know it can be really hard, and I am talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you guys right now. It's like when I get in that anxiety spiral place, it's really, really hard to like pull myself out, but you just have to try. Even if it's just turning something on the TV to keep your brain occupied for a short period of time. But something to keep your hands busy is even better. And lastly, health checkup. Take charge of your health and schedule an annual checkup. If you are not feeling well, if you are not doing well, seek help in any way that you can. And I take this to mean the workout card we saw earlier, the messages that I have been getting to take care of yourself, take care of your health and your sleep and your diet, and move your body. All of that is related. The more that you can nourish your temple and your body, the better your spirit can live in its home. If you're tired, it's harder to regulate your emotions. If you are exhausted, or you are like going up and down because all you eat is sugar, it is harder to regulate your mental. It is harder to take care of your mental health. It's harder to do what you need to do in order for you to feel good. So take your health seriously, especially during this time where the planets are kind of up to some wacky stuff. It's really, really important, especially now. And I'm just going to close out with 2 messages that I pulled earlier. And it's funny because I was anticipating talking about them earlier and I didn't, but I think it's perfect to end out with them. These are from that Soulmate card deck. And I shuffled the whole deck, and these 2 cards fell out, and they are both about surrender. Surrender all that no longer serves you. Let all that remains buried in your heart come to the surface and be healed. Let there be space for new energies to enter. A new beginning transforms darkness to light. That is about that transformational energy in with regards to your soul family connections, and kind of the garden and the gate, passing through the gate into the beautiful garden, and sort of allowing yourself to be open to all the new possibilities that are out there and all the blessings that God has for you. I surrender all negative beliefs that no longer serve me and replace them with loving thoughts and intentions. From this moment on, I will listen only to the voice of love. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. I love that. And I feel like for all of us who have been going through this rebirth, dark night of the soul into a new era, phoenix rising for those who have already been through the dark night of the soul, I believe they are different things. I think that a dark night of the soul is kind of like forced, and it's kind of your first time, and the phoenix rising, it's like, oh, I've done this before, dukes up, let's go. I feel like a lot of us are either going in or coming out of these darknesses and emerging anew, and I think it's the season for that. I think that a lot of us are kind of coming out the other side, letting our wings dry and starting to take off in flight, whether that means sort of like coming to the other side of this journey and deciding, you know, you want to thank whoever or whatever inspired you to start the journey and like go in a different direction, or stay on the straight and narrow path and like continue along. I think that there is this beautiful phoenix rising happening right now for many of us in the collective, and I am so grateful that we're all here raising our vibration together, surrendering what needs to be surrendered, allowing what needs to be allowed in, and embracing what's to come. Thank you all for being here today. Please like the video if you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.